The Galaxy A8 Plus, 2018, is equipped with a 16MP rear camera with an f/1.7 aperture lens. That's the same resolution as the previous generation, only with a brighter lens. It's got phase detection autofocus, but no optical stabilization. There's a trusty old single LED flash. It's how Samsung rolls. The camera interface is quite familiar. Swiping down will switch between the front and back camera. Left brings up a panel with filters, no download option, though. Right lands you on a shooting mode selector. Oddly, the HDR selector, auto, on, off, has been hidden in the camera settings. A pro mode is present, though that's a huge overstatement. You get control over exposure compensation, ISO and white balance presets, plus a metering mode selector, but no manual focus and no manual shutter speed. Not the pro we were hoping for. The dynamic range is about average, but we noticed the camera always brought more detail than we'd expect in the shadows. Just like it happens with other Samsung samples, you may notice some sharpening halos and some over-sharpened building edges. But none of those were extreme, though. There is HDR auto available, but it's inside the settings menu. We rarely had to rely on HDR as the phone brings enough detail in the shadows. Forcing the HDR on won't enhance the shadows, but will decrease the highlights blowout a bit. The wide f/1.7 aperture, the Galaxy A8 Plus, 2018, shoots nice low-light photos. Its shutter speed can go as slow as 1/17th without OIS, but it turned enough for some good photos. There is noise, sure, but also more than enough detail for the class. We've seen higher-res panoramas than the 1800px tall snaps coming out of the Galaxy A8 Plus, but their quality is quite good with lots of detail, low noise, good dynamic range, even exposure, and no stitching traces. Pictures were sharp with good contrast and pleasing colors for the most part, though noise does creep in under low light conditions. The lack of optical image stabilization does hurt the Galaxy A8 Plus a fair bit, with shots being hazy even when lighting was not really an issue. The camera interface in itself is simple and intuitive, with not too many modes and options. Though it might seem a little restrictive in terms of options, this includes the lack of options in manual mode, for serious shutterbugs. Samsung's focus though, is certainly more on the front side, where Samsung throws in a dual camera setup with both cameras having an aperture of f/1.9. That's not all. Samsung reaches out for its bag of tricks and throws in its live focus feature for the front cameras, letting you click some great selfies. Live focus, which was first debuted by Samsung on the Note 8, lets you adjust background blur after having shot the image. Given the competition, I do wish Samsung had included OIS, as it would have improved overall camera performance by a margin. Overall though, the A8 Plus does get the job done, without too many frills and fancies. Thanks for watching video. Here we are showing you a short video. Make sure like this video and please subscribe.